am doing intros.
I'll do post game intro.
Hey, because we're now live. Oh, wait, hold on. We're not live everywhere. Hold on a second, folks. Give us another second to get it rolling. Give us 1 second here, and we are officially live. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Dom and Gonz Ravens pregame talk show. This one's for all the well, I won't say it's for all the marbles. We still have a couple of games left, but this one is as important as any other game as the Ravens are set to take on the Steelers in just under 2 hours to see who will get the advantage in the AFC North race. Both these teams are aiming for first place of the AFC North to contend for the playoffs. Big fight feel at M&T Bank Stadium today at 1 o'clock. Gonz, you got the Ravens background on. You got your seatbelt on. You're heading to watch the game. How you feeling?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm traveling today. I got my phone lodged up in the front of the car, hands-free. And it looks kind of strange, but you know what? We got to do what we got to do. But I'm ready to talk Ravens. And I apologize if I turn off my camera for a second because I'm trying to keep up with the GPS just to make sure I know what's going on. Oh, my gosh. What am I getting notifications for now? So, yeah, my cameras might come on and off like it is right now because I'm trying to read my GPS. But just know I'm still here and I'm still alive. So, yeah, my apologies for the inconvenience, but we're here and we're ready to talk Ravens. Hopefully you can still hear me because I got it off right now.
Yeah, we can still hear you indeed. We just can't see you, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to get ready to talk this Ravens football. As I was saying, folks, this game is as important as any game this year. This one is for the AFC North race to attain first place. Now, obviously, the Baltimore Ravens are 6-6. The Pittsburgh Steelers are indeed also 6-6. So this is pretty much for most of the marbles here. Lamar Jackson. I guess we should probably get into the injury report first, just talk real quick. Lamar Jackson did miss practice on Thursday with an ankle issue. According to reports, he was stepped on Wednesday's practice, but he returned for Friday practice, which means he is good to go for today. So he will be playing. Other than that, let me just double check this injury report one more time to make sure I'm not going crazy. Because I don't think there was anything else of significance that really would hinder the team. I think for the most part, we are still majority healthy, which we are. So we are pretty much healthy going into this game. Just like Justice Hill. Oh, wait, no, Justice Hill's on IR. My apologies. The only people who are out are the players who returned from IR, which is Tavius Robinson or Darius Washington. They will not be playing in this game. But everybody else is good to go. Pretty much everyone practiced at a full capacity on Friday, so they are good to go there. So Ravens are going into this game relatively healthy against the Steelers team, who is also desperate. If we look at the Steelers' injury report, I believe it is pretty much the same thing. I'm going to pull that up really quickly. So I'm also, like I said, I'm not going crazy here. I know they are still going to be without Derek Harmon. He will not be playing in this game. So it could be advantage Ravens when it comes to running the ball. But okay, so I'll plug up the Steelers injury report.
Kyle Duggar is going to be out too, and he's
Kyle Duggar, yes,
been their starting safety. They took him over for Chuck Clark, I think. But now I guess we're going to see a lot of Chuck Clark this game without Duggar.
Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, so Kyle Duggar is out for the Steelers. Calvin Anderson, offensive lineman, is out, and Derek Harmon, their rookie defensive tackle, is out. So 2 key defensive players will be missing for the Pittsburgh Steelers this afternoon. So Ravens are going to have to try to take advantage.
There's a couple people banged up, though, too.
There are. Jalen Ramsey. Well, Ramsey was rest. Queen is a glute injury. Yeah, Queen had a glute injury. James Pierre, he's coming off of concussions. Joey Porter Jr., he's coming off an elbow injury. TJ Watt's coming off a toe injury. Aaron Rodgers still battling with that fractured left wrist.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers. I thought you said Ed Watts, and I was like,
Ed Watts? No, I don't think they have anybody on their team named that. But yeah, so it seems as though a couple of the key players are also still a little banged up, but It's AFC North football. So, I mean, you got to expect the unexpected at this point. But like I said, those are two key defensive players for the Steelers who are not playing in the game today. So that's pretty huge for the Ravens, a Ravens squad who also needs a win. So those are the injuries, folks. So let's really just get into the meat and potatoes of this game, starting with this offense. I'll start it off by really being as simple as possible. Hand the ball to Derrick Henry. I don't think it has to really be that. I don't think it has to be that set in stone. And like, I'm being serious. Like, I just don't think it should. This game should not be overly complicated. The Steelers struggled massively stopping the run against Buffalo last week. Buffalo pretty much broke the record for rush yards at the Steelers' stadium. It was something to behold. James Cook went crazy in that game last week. So if you're the Ravens, you have to take advantage of that. You are a running team, so this is where we need to see that identity. We don't need to overcomplicate things. We don't need to drop back 50 times. We need to slow this game down and keep that Steelers offense off the field and limit turnovers as much as possible, because this is a Steelers team that thrives off of turnovers. If you turn this ball over against the Steelers team, 9 times out of 10, you are losing, because this is where they excel at the most. They excel at getting the ball out of the offensive hands and giving their offense a chance to score. So you want to make sure you limit turnovers. We cannot have a repeat of Thanksgiving night. That was diabolical. Bengals, 5 turnovers, unacceptable. You need to hold on to the football. Can we please see Lamar Jackson return to comfort? I would like to see Lamar be comfortable in this offense again. We haven't seen it yet. I mean, we just have to be honest with ourselves. We have not seen Lamar Jackson be comfortable in this offense yet since his return. And I would like to see that. I would like to see him back flowing again. I would like to see this offense flow like it had, like we know it can, like it did the first 2 weeks. I feel like that's possible, but it all starts with how Lamar feels in that pocket. Can the offensive line protect long enough to see if he can get to those reads? We need his accuracy to be way better in those throws that we know he can make. This has to be the game where we see Lamar Jackson return to who we know he is. And I feel like this could be the game to do it. But it all starts with blocking. Offensive line, we need you. We need you now more than ever. Okay, you got to hold TJ Watt. I get it. He has not performed to the way Steelers fans want him to perform. That's perfectly fine. But it's AFC North. He might show up today. So we need you to please
against our
hold.
Shitty tackles, yeah.
There you go. So we need you to hold TJ Watt. All right. We need Lamar protected. We cannot see him on the ground today. And not as much anyway. So again, for me, it's pretty simple offensively. We need to run the ball, maintain momentum of this game, dominate time of possession to keep the Steelers off the field offensively. And I think we can do it. I mean, it's getting colder. Nobody wants to tackle Derrick Henry in this weather. I can tell you right now they don't. I mean, it just snowed on Friday. Like, come on, man. Like, nobody wants to tackle a 250-pound, 6'2" running back in sub-freezing temperatures, okay? It's just that nobody wants to do it. So give him the ball. Let Keaton Mitchell run. I would like to see him still continue to get those carries. And just let our backs take the pressure off of Lamar so the game doesn't feel like it's out of hand and he doesn't feel like he has to overcompensate for lack of moving the ball, right? So it's simple for me. Gonz, I don't know how simple it's going to be for you, but for me, it's pretty much run the ball, dominate time of possession, and please protect the football at all costs.
Well, yeah, that's the big one, but I don't think it's going to be as easy to say run with Henry as we think, because I think Pittsburgh's going to sell out for the run, and I think they're going to force the Ravens to have to beat them through the air. So Lamar has to have a good game. If there's any hope for this offense making a turnaround, it's got to be this game. Because, like I said last week, this is probably what we have until the end of the season. That will confirm that today. If they want any chance of changing my mind about their offense and their defense, to be honest, once we get there, today's the game to do it. It is. You have to. The Steelers have been playing awful football. You don't want to give them any hope. You don't want to give them any sort of life or rhythm today. You want to shut them down and show that you're the top dogs in the AFC North, even when you're on a down year. So, please, Lamar is going to have to step it up. And if he's healthy enough to be out there, he should be healthy enough to be held to the standard that he's always been, which is an MVP caliber quarterback. So Lamar's going to have to play well this game because I don't think they're going to let Henry run all over him. I really don't. I think they're going to sell out for that, and they're going to ask us to throw. And I really think we're going to have to see something out of this passing game today. Now, if we're running with Henry and it's rolling and it's working, then for sure, yes, stick with it. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get going as much as possible. I think we're going to have to use the passing game today in this matchup to open up the run game. So vice versa, what Don was saying. I think that Lamar's going to have to be sharp, going to have to get the ball out quick. We're going to have to hit some good chunk rhythmic plays in the passing game to really set this offense in motion from the start. So what do I think? I think you come out passing. I do. Or, not even that. Read the defense. If they're giving you pass. If they're giving you run. But in my prediction, I'm predicting that Steelers are not going to let us do that. I think we're gonna have to throw the ball today, and then that'll open up the run game in the second half if we get a lead. So, Lamar, this is on you, dude. You need a good game. You've been hurt. There has not been enough rhythmic plays. There hasn't been enough rhythm drives. There's just not enough good on offense that we're used to. I mean, I don't. And you know what's crazy? These struggles on offense, I don't even pin them on Monken. I really don't. I mean, we can get after Monken for not running with Derrick Henry in the second quarter of the Bengals game, sure. But I don't really feel like the play calling has been why this offense is so stagnant. It's the execution. It's the pass protection. It's Lamar missing the throws. So I need him to lock in today and go be Lamar, like he said in his press conference. Okay? Go be Lamar, get this victory, and then we have I don't want to say comfortable, but we tighten our grip on the AFC North. That'll put us 2 games ahead of Pittsburgh, and we don't see them again until the end of the season because we'll have a tiebreaker. So technically it would be 2 games up. So this is a big game. Get it done, Jackson. Get it done. And yes, take care of the football like you said. I agree. So don't be reckless with it. Throw the ball away. I don't want to see any fumbles. I don't want to see any juking around in the backfield, get the ball knocked out. Like, I don't want to see any of that. So get it done. You can do it. Execute better, and we'll be all right.
And I think you said the key word, execution. That's going to be super important. I feel like you stressed it well. And I think as we saw this offense, like we saw Thanksgiving night, I mean, we know that those throws, like a lot of the throws that Lamar were making, whilst a decent amount of them were inaccurate, a lot of them would have put points on the board for that game to be closer than a lot of us would have anticipated on Thanksgiving night. So, right. Like you said, execution is going to be super important. Excuse me, guys. It's going to be super important this afternoon when we face the Steelers. I mean, let's be real. The Steelers defense is going to get at you. There's no doubt about it. They played Lamar many times before, and they know what we like to do. We know what they like to do. This is not rocket science for them. So you're right. This is going to land on Lamar Jackson being able to hit those throws that, again, we know he can make. I mean, we're not asking him to be anything other than himself here, because we know what he's capable of, and we know that he's one of the best quarterbacks of this generation. So, Lamar, like Gonz said, I think it's pretty simple, man. You just got to be you. Go out there and be the most dynamic you that you are. And I feel like the offense can excel to this afternoon. But, yeah, okay, so let's get over to this defense. Got exposed a little bit last week in the second half of the game, not the first half, because they played well in the first half against that Bengals team, holding them to no points in certain areas, even in the red zone on the 2-yard line. They were playing well, but after a while, Burrow kind of picked up on what we were doing and was able to excel in that second half to put the Bengals in position to score more points to give them the lead in late in that game. This defense is going to have to most likely, play like they did in that first half against the Bengals, but they're going to have to stay consistent. We're going to have to see Zach Orr mix up the schemes a little bit more against an Aaron Rodgers who's pretty much seen every coverage known to man. Like he's been in the league forever. Like Aaron Rodgers is not a noob, folks. I mean, he's a 15 plus year, almost 20 plus year vet. So he's not new to this. He's true to this. For Rodgers, man, he can't. I don't know if he can move like Burrow can, so that's going to be an advantage if we can get the blitz to him. But if we keep throwing the same thing at him, he will pick it up. So I need Orr to get creative with his blitz scheme, and we have to be able to cover these receivers. I believe having Nate Wiggins back is great. I know he was questionable after that injury he sustained last week, but he was able to practice and he's playing, so that's great. So our DB core is still intact. So this is going to be up to this defensive front. Can this defensive front get to Aaron Rodgers? That will be the question going into this game. We saw that even last week, we were struggling to get pressure on Burrow. It was not easy to get pressure on him, even with the blitz in that second half, because he was picking it up. So we're going to have to try to find a way to throw Aaron Rodgers off a rhythm. Now, I know he hasn't played like his best self this year, but if you leave him time, he will dot you up. So if you're this Ravens team, the main thing for the defense is pressure, pressure, pressure. You got to get to Rodgers. You got to knock him out of his groove. That's going to be one of the key factors that the defense is going to need to do in order to secure this win today. On top of the fact that the DBs, we got to see better coverage downfield. Chidobe Awuzie has probably been one of our better coverage corners this year. He's been playing lights out for a majority of this year. So I'm interested to see who he's going to be on today. But my main point of emphasis, again, please get to Aaron Rodgers as much as you can, as often as you can, because we're going to need him off the field as much as possible. And that also helps with the offense sustaining drives. But defense, we need you to be doing what you've been doing. Get these offenses off the field, and we need you to get pressure on the quarterback.
Are they going to stop the run first, though?
That's also a good question. Yeah,
they got to do that much better than they did against Cincinnati. I mean, they were getting chunk plays at times. It was not consistent at all in the run defense department. So that's something they really need to clean up this week. Who's the running back? It's Jaylen
Warren,
right?
Yep.
And Caleb Johnson. Those are your two. So yeah, don't let them get going. Don't make it easy for them to have a run game and a pass game. Make old man Rodgers throw the ball, and then you could really uncork your pass rush when you know they're throwing the ball. So, like you were just saying, so let's get it done, man. Come on, we need a breakout game from Mike Green. We need somebody to just take over this game, like TJ Watt does. Can we do that? Can we get somebody to do that? Who else we got? We got Draymond Jones. We need a better game from him. We need a better game from everybody in that pass rush department because it was terrible on Thursday night. It really was. Just no one's getting there. How about Carl Lawson? What the heck was that performance on Thursday? Did you watch that video I sent you?
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah,
I mean, he's just out there taking up. He's a body. He's just taking up space. I mean, shoot, I thought he was going to be better. I thought he couldn't be worse than David Ojabo, and he looks about the same. So there we go again with Eric DeCosta just going cheap and not spending your capital on a premier pass rusher, and that's the shit you get on the field. Unbelievable. I don't know what this team is doing when it comes to pass rush. The philosophy of building the defense from the outside in is so flawed. You need to spend money on a premier rusher. If this doesn't tell you to do so, and I get you want Mike Green to maybe be that guy, but he's a freaking rookie, man. Come on. Go out and get somebody next offseason if you want to stay relevant. But because this shit is not working. I don't know what we're doing, and it's just absolutely mind-boggling that this is the way we do things after drafting people like Peter Boulware and Terrell Suggs. That this is the route we want to do. We want to coast our way through and get a bunch of safeties like Aloy Gilman, who's been good. I'm not shitting on him, but that you just see you see the philosophy with Eric DeCosta, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Wait, Gonz, I'm gonna intervene really quick because Ravens just dropped inactives for today's game.
Oh,
so emergency third quarterback, of course, Cooper Rush will be inactive. Ben Cleveland inactive today.
Well, that was the same as last week too.
Joseph Noteboom will be inactive today. So it looks like Carson Vincent will be active.
And Emory Jones
today. Devontae Walker inactive today, and looks like Aeneas Peebles once again is inactive.
Then who's going to take over for him?
I think. Well, yesterday they activated Josh Tupou from the practice squad. He's played a couple of games for us already this year. So
they really don't. I guess it's Peebles can't stop the run. I guess that's what they don't like. They're just such a. I can't stand this organization sometimes. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. But whatever. They better win. You better know something that I don't.
Yeah, so it's going to be – so, guys, I mean, like God said, I agree with you 100% too on the run game. The run game cannot be as leaky.
You need to force turnovers too. Pittsburgh, they are not a very good offense. You need to get a fumble or you need to get an interception or something here.
Yeah, 0 turnovers.
The turnover battle usually dictates where these games go. These Ravens-Steelers nasty games. This is going to be a nasty game, folks. It is. And I think whoever wins the turnover battle is probably going to win the game.
Agreed. 0 turnovers forced against Cincinnati on Thanksgiving night. You got to turn that around against this Pittsburgh Steelers team.
Well, they did get a little gift at the end, but nobody cared.
oh, dang! See, that's how you know I forgot. That's how you know I forgot because it didn't even.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. You're absolutely right. It doesn't count. I don't care.
Barely, they didn't really get much. So this Ravens team is going to have to get back into rhythm fast on all 3 phases of the ball if they're going to want to win this one against Pittsburgh at home. You got to win the at-home games. That's the most important thing. And also, folks, for the Steelers, it looks like wide receiver Adam Thielen, who they just picked up, will be active today. So it looks like it'll be him and DK along with Calvin Austin taking the helm at their wide receiver core. So it's going to be interesting to see what role he plays in the Steelers offense. He doesn't even know the
offense yet.
I know, but he's active, so I don't know how that. Right. I mean, I don't know. He had a full week of practice, so we'll see how that goes. Good. All right, folks, let's get to this part of the video where we do our predictions. Gonz, who's winning by how much and why?
I don't know, man. This is disgusting. I'm just going to go with Baltimore because I think I'd like to think they want to, bring a little bit more energy this game, knowing the circumstances, what's on the line. So I'm hoping they can get it. It's at home too. They don't want to get embarrassed by another AFC North team at their own stadium. I think they'll bring it just a little bit more. So I guess I'll go with Ravens, but I don't know, man.
With Ravens.
I want to. I really want to pick us, and I want to have confidence that this offense, that Lamar is going to just do his thing. But I thought that was going to happen last week. So you know what? Whatever. Lamar is going to do his thing. If he doesn't do it this week, he ain't doing it for the rest of the year, and pack it up. Believe me. So, what the heck was that? Was that a?
No, sorry. It was my fault. Sorry, it went off. Sorry, folks.
You're watching TikToks during.
I wasn't watching TikToks. I was not watching TikToks during the soliloquy. I swear.
I think I'm going to say Lamar gets it done. I'm going to say it's a rebound game. Not a Jackson 5, but I think he can get 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, maybe like 200-some yards. So a clean, efficient game to get us maybe, a 24-20 victory.
I think I'm in the ballpark with – oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'll say what I got to say after you're done.
I was in the ballpark with you. I think the Ravens could pull this off. I think like you said, it won't be pretty. But I think we can get the win 23-17 at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's close, but I think we can pull off the victory.
Yeah, and I'm really trying to be optimistic and confident, but it's just been so hard to when it comes to this offense in the past couple of weeks. So, I mean, I really don't know if they're going to – the playoffs are – if they don't win this game, pretty much is what I'm saying, it's not looking good for the playoffs because they're not going to make it as a wild card. They'll have 7 losses with a loss today, and, all the other wild card teams have 4 or less. And
yeah, you have to win the division.
It's over. And they got losing tiebreakers against the Bills and the Texans. So it's if you want to, you're going to have to win the division, make the playoffs. And if you want a shot to make it, you need to win this game.
It's a must win. Just like all these games have been, it's a must win for this Baltimore Ravens team today. Folks, let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. Are the Ravens going to pull it off at home? Can they stop the Steelers from gaining advantage in the AFC North? Let us know in the comment section down below. We both feel like the Ravens can pull this off. Can they prove us right? We'll see. Gonz, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
This has been such a strange season for Baltimore.
Strange season for a lot of teams, honestly.
I do got to give them a tiny bit of credit just to get out of that 1-5 hole. But now, like, you've been out of there for like a couple weeks now. Now if you really want to insert yourself as a potential, contender, you need to start playing better on offense. You really do. And
they need to play complementary football. That's what they need.
You need to have some games where both units are yeah, exactly. Complementary football. You need to have some games where both units are playing together, and we've seen flashes of that. Like in the Vikings game, there was some good complementary action going on. They got a turnover on the kickoff, turned into a touchdown. That was phenomenal. That's what we need to be doing, though. And then flip it to the other side. If offense gets it together and scores a touchdown, we need the defense to force a 3-and-out so then we can keep the offense back on the field to keep our rhythm going. We didn't see that at all in Cincinnati. When the shitty offense finally got a touchdown with Keaton Mitchell, what happened with the defense? They got dog-walked by Joe Burrow for another touchdown. So, just play together. Go out there and have fun. It's Ravens-Steelers. I know it's not the same rivalry as it used to be because, it's no more Ed Reed or Paul Malone. But who wants this game more in Baltimore? Do you want it? I'm going back to the question. I'm going to say it one more time for everybody in the back. Do you want to be a potential contender this season? Go out there and show us.
There you go. I think you hit it on the nose with everything you pretty much just said. I mean, this is win or go home. You have to play good complementary football against the Steelers team who will take advantage of your mistakes and they won't look back, just like the Bengals did. You are capable of it. We've seen it. We've seen you be able to be capable of putting points on the board and getting stops. You're going to have to show us today. Lamar, we need you. We need you, man. We know you can do it. We don't tell you these things just to say, not because you can't do it, because we know you can do it. We need you. We need Henry. We need Mitchell. We need this offensive line to protect. We need receivers to catch the ball, receivers and tight ends to catch the ball. We need defense to be able to get the opposing offense off the field. We need good complementary football in this game. We haven't seen it a lot all year. Today has to be the day. So please get it done for God's sakes. Jeez Louise.
You got to win. This one, honestly, you just got to. I know we gave our keys to the game and all that and stuff, like for a pretty game, but you got to get this win no matter what.
Got to get it. Even if it's ugly, you got to get it.
Yeah, because I have a feeling it's going to be nasty. I want it to be a pretty game. I really want Lamar to have 2 touchdowns and no picks, but this might be a nasty game. Really
I think it will be as well. I think it'll be a nasty one. But I think they can pull it off. I think they can win it.
It could even be like something like 19-17 or something nasty.
Yeah, maybe so.
13.
These are 2 teams who have not lived up to their potential all year. So this right now has to be the game where Baltimore takes advantage of the Steelers' slump and go ahead and get a win. Like, just get a win. Lean on your playmakers. Todd Monken, I'm talking to you. Lean on your playmakers. Get Derrick Henry the football. Get Keaton Mitchell the football. Get Lamar Jackson in space so he can do his thing.
Speaking of that, can we run the ball with Lamar a little bit?
That's my point.
If he's too hurt to run the ball, then he shouldn't be playing. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably in the minority when I say that, because everybody's like, well, we want a 75% Lamar Jackson rather than a 100% Tyler Huntley. I get it, but it just takes a whole element out of your game. So I need to see some QB powers. I need to see some QB misdirects or some QB read options, speed.
I mean, and even just the threat of it, is big. in games like this, like especially as it gets colder, like as the temperatures start to drop, like even the threat of him being able to run the ball is important to have because you have to keep defenses on their toes.
Go look at the Ravens-Steelers playoff game, the one where they just absolutely dominated on the ground. That first couple drives, Lamar was running the ball all the time. And I'm not saying you got to run the ball every play, but that just shows you how much of an impact it has on Pittsburgh because they commit to the running back a lot.
They do. They do. And it was prevalent in that game last season in the playoffs that you mentioned, which would help us dominate the time of possession and keep the Steelers off the field. And we got turnovers in that game. So it's important. Like time of possession, turnovers. I think that's still the main two key things I think we need to is going to be a key factor in this Pittsburgh game. Getting the ball back and dominating time possession. You dominate time possession by what? Running the football. So let's just not do too much in this game. Let's keep it simple. That's all you got to do. That's basically it, right?
I still think you're going to have to hit it in the passing game, though.
You do. No, I'm not saying take the pass out completely. But what I'm saying is don't be afraid to lean on your two dynamic running backs.
That's
in the
true.
backfield.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, because that's going to set up the play action for the pass to hit even more, right? So that's going to be
unless
important.
The Steelers are crowding the box, and then you have to do vice versa. That was my take earlier. Remember?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Both can work.
I
Both
hope
can
I'm
work.
wrong. I hope they just run the ball all game, and it's like 200 yards. That'd be great.
I mean, shoot, do it. Why not? I mean, the Super Bowl, the 2000 Super Bowl champs are going to be in the house today.
Oh, you can't lose.
Make them proud.
Going to be there.
Ray Lewis, like all those guys are going to be in the house today. Make them proud, please.
Well, Reed won't.
Reed won't
until 2002.
Fair. Reed won't. But if you want to show up, show up. I mean, he's a champion in our eyes, and either way. So legend, one of the greatest safety of all time. Not even one of the greatest. All right, folks, but we're probably going to call this a show. Game will start in about an hour and 12. By the time you see this video, I don't know when you'll see it. But yeah, guys, Ravens need a win. Let's hope they get it today. Thank you guys for joining in for the live stream. We saw a couple of people click in and out of it. We appreciate your views nonetheless. We will bring you post game, most likely not tonight, but we will bring it tomorrow just to discuss the game. And hopefully we're talking about a win. Because if not, we're going to blow up the stadium. But until next time, I'm Dom. That's Gonz. Thank you guys for joining us. Gonz, enjoy your watch party, sir. Travel safely. And
thank you. About an hour away.
About an hour away. Oh, he'll make it just before kickoff, folks. Yep. Right before kickoff.
Are you watch partying today, or are you at home?
I'll be watching from home because I don't want to cuss at the TV in front of other civilians. So all right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll bring you post game soon. Until then, go Ravens.